The last edition of the diving talks, which was the first one for me, in fact, was just amazing. What I really, really appreciate is the size of the venue and the fact that everybody, the speakers, the audience, everybody were together. Just the lectures, the people who presented their products, and also the people attending, and at the end of the day having the meal all together, so you really have that feeling of a full community and plenty of time to exchange with each other. It's an odd question, that one. What I did enjoy the most, I mean, every single day was different. Being able to hear to all the lectures, because you don't have to choose in between three lectures, happening at the same time. You just basically spend the entire day and going from one topic to another one, and it's reopened your mind to all kind of exploration, scientific topics, challenges that we as explorers can be confronted to. So it's kind of a learning school, in a weekend. And because of the length of each topics, that 20 minutes, it's like a TED Talks. So it's really engaging, short, concise, and I love that. Um, One of the big thing I really enjoy about it is the fact that it's not one kind of diving, one kind of expedition. It's the variety. So you did get something out of each presentation. There were some topics that I wasn't familiar with, and I learned a lot. So I think the highlight was really the diversity of the presenters and the topics, and how much you can go back home with what you learn, and at the same time being able to share my expedition, my experience, not only during the lecture but during the panel, during the discussion. And it's how every single of us, we grow in what we're doing. It's just by sharing with others. So, really about the sharing experience and learning experience. And yeah, that's what, it was the more appealing to me, is that aspect of it. Yeah, I'm always a bit reserved about, talking about what is going on, because until it happened, it's not existing really. I just came back from Namibia, where I had the chance to do a cave dive and see a unique, really where probably one of the most rarest fish species in a cave, which was amazing. Of course, I'm going to go back in the Arctic a couple of times this year, and I've got some interest around some wrecks about which we don't have a lot of information. So still, it's going to be a lot of exploration. And in my case, it's going to be the return of an event I created 10 years ago, which is the gathering of the biggest numbers of women diving and free diving at the same place at the same moment. So we're trying to beat our own record, which is 152 women. So we will do that the 19th of July. So I'm really, waiting for that event, because it's really about, once again, taking people, no matter their background, their level of diving, and taking them all together just to share our love for scuba diving, exploration, and the underwater world. And of course, I will do again and again some cleanups in the St. Lawrence River, because it's the source of my drinking water. So yeah, lots of projects. um, uh, Exploring nowadays, we can have the feeling that everything has been done, but there's a lot of bodies of water that we don't know much about it. So of course, it's really demanding. It's a question of commitment. If someone really want to explore, kind of a full-time commitment, not because the part of the exploration, which is always the fun part. I mean, when you're, diving, it's maybe like one week to a month, but it's all the work before that, all the preparation, all the research, what the others did before you, like 10, 20, 50 years ago, and from different kind of scientific aspect as well, not just the diving. And then it's just to put together a good team of people, and never forget to have fun during the journey, because maybe you will not get to the goal. Maybe that goal is not going to be a success in reaching that goal, but the process is the more interesting.